eXp Realty 2022. If you're considering joining this amazing brokerage, I want you to have the right information to make the most educated and logical decision for yourself. Unfortunately, there's so much misinformation and fragmented information out there, both by agents and other brokerages, that people just truly don't understand how eXp works and how it could change their real estate business. So, what I want you to do today is to throw away all the information that you think you know about eXp and all of the information that you've heard in the past. And let's start with a clean slate as I go through and I break down the top 10 and most common questions that I get on calls and from other real estate agents about how eXp works. This brokerage is not only changing the lives of thousands of agents, but it's also changing the life of me and my family in the last year and a half that we joined. So let's get started and take a look. Hey guys, it's me, Jacob Shireman. I'm a realtor here in Houston, Texas. I've also been in marketing and web design for over 15 years. And if you find value from any of my videos, in this video in particular, go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe so you know when I put out any new content that can help build your real estate business. And if you have any additional questions that I maybe didn't answer on this video today, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. I want to answer everybody's questions. And also, if you want to book a one-on-one call with me, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below and schedule directly into my calendar. So let's get started and let's start answering these questions. Question number one, does eXp provide local support? A lot of people think that because they choose a sponsor in a different area or region, that what happens when they need local support? They think and make assumptions that we're a cloud-based brokerage, that there is not local support. And that is the furthest from the truth. Here at eXp, the way it is set up is that we have multiple brokers in each market. And unlike traditional brokerages who broker wears one hat, so they're responsible for onboarding, training, transaction help, our brokers here at eXp wear one hat, and that is to help agents, because we have over 950 employees in the cloud who are all specialty based. So if you need help with transactions, accounting, tech support, you go to the cloud and go to that department, and there's people there to help you without long lines. I'll give you a great example. I just recently, about 8 months ago, had an agent join here in Houston with me. And one of the reasons they left their brokerage was the last deal they did, especially as a new agent, took 3 days for the broker to get back to them. Here at eXp, anytime I've had a question, I think the most I've ever waited in line in the cloud to talk to my broker is about 10 minutes, because in our area, we have about 8 brokers and one dedicated to our side of Texas. So there's multiple help, and these brokers are dedicated, and their only job is to help you succeed in your business. So they wear one hat. And the other great thing too is that our employees are all salary based. So they don't care how much production you have. If you're a new or experienced agent, everybody gets treated the same. Unlike at a traditional brokerage, your broker is going to favor top producers because they're the ones paying the bills. So a lot of new people or low producers are not going to get the help or quick help like they wanted. The beautiful thing about eXp is that the support, especially the local support, isn't like any other out there. Question number 2, is eXp Realty good for new real estate agents? And for me, that's a simple yes. Being a newer real estate agent about a year and a half ago, this was my partners and I's biggest question, concern when we were getting our real estate licenses. What is the training provided? Now, I wasn't worried about the marketing or the lead generation aspect. I've been in marketing for 15 years, a web designer, doing SEO management. So getting leads is not new to me. But on the real estate side of things, I wanted to know, what's the proper way to do things? What is kind of more of the modern way of doing things? And what we found out is most brokerages do not offer anything for new agents. Now, eXp does. And a third of our agents in our group here at the Wolfpack are new agents. And we have agents that in their first year are doing so many deals, millions of dollars in production. I think the most we've had is 87 deals in 1 year. Now, that's because of the training and support that we provide inside the Wolfpack on top of what eXp has to offer. But I want to cover the cons, or the pros and cons of the training here at eXp. So let's cover the cons and get the negative out of the way first. Is when you go to traditional brokerage, Like I said, there's really no training involved. They kind of want the agent to figure it out on themselves because they're not producing, they're not bringing in money. That education costs money. So they kind of want you to just pay your brokerage fee and you're left to figure it out on your own. Or you can get a mentor of some guy that hasn't been in the business for over 10, 15 years and wants you to do old school methods, or you can pay monthly for that. At eXp, it's quite the opposite. There's so much training. There's over 50 plus hours of live training in the cloud every week. And on top of that, that training is put on by top producers, our icon agents. So these are people that are currently out there producing and they're wanting to give back and help you grow and show you what's happening today. But the con of that is there's so much training that it can be distracting for a new agent. Um, so that's where we, in the wolf pack, we've kind of done differently. And in my group, we've created a fast start plan. So we kind of show you what you need to focus on so you can eliminate those distractions and grow your real estate business. And that leads us to our pros. You know, what's the pros of the EXP's training for new realtors? And that is that it's the quality of training. There's so much quality of training. And like I said before, it's done by top producers and people that are currently doing stuff in today's market, in today's strategies, and being a modern agent. And on top of that, um, you get to leverage your upline. So I get to leverage 7 levels above me. At a traditional brokerage, you're stuck with that broker. So whatever his knowledge set or 1 or 2 employees that he's hired, whatever their knowledge set is, that's what you're stuck with. And if you want to grow outside of that, you have to go outsource your own training and spend thousands of dollars to do that. At EXP, we get to leverage our upline. Now, for my upline and my business partner, Tharmila, we started a real estate marketing company together. And on top of that, I get to leverage her marketing experience of over 10 years working in the private sector. And then on top of that, we have Mike Sherrard, who is the #1 realtor on social media with amazing trainings that we have access to for free. And then on top of that, we have somebody like Connor Steinbrook, who is amazing with investing, had one of the largest investment real estate investing channels on YouTube, and somebody who's amazing with mindset and being an entrepreneur. So I have access to that, and all of my agents have access to that. So that is something that you just can't beat at any other brokerage here at eXp. Question number 3, do I have to recruit at eXp Realty? And the simple short answer to this is no, you do not. I get this question all the time. I think it's what scares people most about eXp and joining is because they think they have to recruit. And it drives me crazy that people think the only thing we do here is recruit, and that is furthest from the truth. You can even look at our production numbers per agent on average is more than any other top real estate brokerage out there. But you do not have to. I know agents who have a multiple 7-figure net worth just from production alone because of our Icon program. So you can make more money at this brokerage with our Icon program than you can at any other brokerage. But let me break this down for you with this whole recruiting myth or scare. If a new agent gets their license and they come to me and say, where should I join? Let's say I'm at KW, Remax, Compass, wherever. I'm going to tell them, hey, you should join where I'm at. And it's a no-brainer. You wouldn't refer them to someplace else because they're going to ask you, well, why are you there? So, but if you refer that agent to your brokerage, what do they give you? A gift card, maybe a few dollars? You get virtually nothing for bringing in new talent to your company. And the thing is that at EXP, we get revenue shares. So not only are we getting paid to bring in this agent if they produce, we don't get paid just because we brought somebody in. We get paid on their production from the company's cut, not their cut. But the other thing too is we're also giving them better education, better training, better resources, and the opportunity to make more money. One thing that I loved about EXP is the business aspect. I've been in business for 15 years, and I'm constantly looking for a true business model that whether you show up or not, just like a true business, you still make money. A lot of real estate agents out there stay self-employed because if they don't produce or they quit, they have no money. But the beautiful thing about EXP in our rev share model is that you can leave this to a family member. So if something happens to me, I can leave this to my family, and the only thing they have to do is maintain an active real estate license, and they can maintain that business or continue to grow that real estate business as well. And this can keep getting passed down. It just doesn't disappear like at other brokerages. So for me, we're doing the same thing I would do at any other brokerage and getting compensated more for it while building a true real estate business is a no-brainer, especially as a new agent no matter where you're at as an agent, it is a no-brainer. Question number 4. How does this benefit me? Why should I join eXp, especially if I'm not interested in rev share, agent attraction, the equity stock program? Why would I join eXp? And we get this question, but it's just because people want to know what's in it for them if they're going to make a switch or they're going to put their license for the first time with eXp. And if you think about most brokerages, if you become a top producer, they give you a trophy, and that trophy does nothing for your real estate business but collect dust. At eXp, if you cap and then go on and become an icon agent, which we'll talk about later, you get your entire cap back in the form of company stock. Now, if you were at another brokerage, you wouldn't have got anything. But here at eXp, you're getting more for doing the same thing. I told you in the last example, we know agents who focus on nothing but production, do zero agent attraction, and they've built a multiple 7 figures net worth just from becoming an icon agent and getting equity in the company, just doing production. So at eXp, you get more for doing the same thing. And that is the constant theme with this company that I love, is you get more for doing the same thing you would do at any brokerage. Most people get into real estate to build wealth. And to build wealth, you generally have to have 4 things. One is duplication. 2, you have to have equity ownership. You have to have passive or residual income. And then number 4, you need to have multiple streams of income. And most brokerages have 0 of these, barely even 1 of these. But at eXp, we have all 4. One thing I love about eXp is it truly creates an exit strategy for agents. You've heard the expression, most agents expire, they don't retire. And that's because the moment they stop doing production, they have no money. And with eXp, you can have equity ownership just from production. Or if you're into agent attraction, you can have that. But the greatest thing is that if something happens to you, you can leave your business to your family. So for instance, if something happens to me, I can leave my business to my mom, my brothers, my spouse, and all they have to do is obtain a real estate license, an active real estate license, and they can just maintain what comes in from that business, or they can decide to hop in and grow it themselves. So you can truly leave a legacy behind, and this can keep being passed down. That is the beauty of eXp, is again, that theme. You get more for doing the same thing, and they truly want to build wealth for their agents here at eXp. Question number 5, what are the fees to join eXp Realty? So I'm going to break this down, US side and then Canada side. Now, US side is $149 for your first time fee, and that covers your first month's brokerage fee. That covers to get you access to SkySlope, KV Core, the cloud, plus all of the live training. And then it goes to $85 a month after that. And then you have a per transaction fee of $25 for the broker review fee. And then you have a per transaction fee of $40 for your E&O insurance fee, which caps at $500 a year. And then we're on an 80-20 split, and our cap is $16,000. So after you cap, you go to 100%, and then your fees, you have a $250 per transaction fee. And then after doing 20 additional deals after capping, you get your entire cap back because you have become an icon agent. And then your transaction fee reduces to $75. All right, now let's talk Canada. Canada is $199 to start, and then you go to $139 a month. And those prices are due to the currency conversion. And then you go to your per transaction fee is $29 for the broker review fee, and then $17 for your E&O insurance fee, which caps at $200. Now you're still on an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap. After you cap, you go to 100%, and then your per transaction fee goes to $285. And then after you do 20 additional deals after capping, branding, you get your entire cap back again in the form of company stock, and then your transaction fee reduces to $75. Question number 6, branding. A lot of people do not like eXp's branding, both old and new. And I understand it's not the most luxurious branding, but for somebody that's been in branding and marketing and all of that for over 15 years, I can tell you right now what I've learned coming into this real estate space is that your brokerage's branding does not matter. It is not going to make you more money. It's not going to cause people to come with you. What matters the most is your personal brand, because you are your brand. You are the reason people are coming to your brokerage, whether it's Compass, Keller Williams, or eXp. And eXp early on was smart enough to realize that and loosen some of the guidelines for personal branding. If you go to other brokerages, they are so strict about their branding because it has to align with them. But that is not going to help you build your own personal brand and stand out from the competition. Again, I own a marketing company. I help real estate agents build powerful brands, especially luxury and modern brands that are far more superior than other brokerages out there. So focus on your personal branding, whatever brokerage you go with, because that's what matters most, not your brokerage's brand. Question number 7, is eXp Realty a pyramid scheme? I'm so sick of hearing this question or this comment, but we're going to address it. Let's take a look at a traditional brokerage. At a traditional brokerage, you have the broker owners at the top. Underneath of them, you have the international investor owners, which might invest in a region like Canada or a country like Canada, the US. Underneath them, you have your regional broker owners, which might be a specific state or province. And then under them, you have your broker owner, which might be like a franchise owner in a specific city. And then underneath them, you have the agents. And if you look at the structure of that, it is a pyramid. Only the people at the top benefit. In 2021, eXp gave over $120 million back to their agents. And if this was a traditional brokerage, those agents would have gotten nothing, and it would have went to the people at the top, the other broker owners. And again, the agent gets screwed. And to me, that's a common thing at other brokerages. But here at eXp, we're not built like that. All that money went back to its agents. In eXp, we have the ownership of the brokerage at the top, and then under them, we have the agents. So we're built more like a brick. And if you look at a traditional brokerage, it's built more like a pyramid. Now, yes, we do have 7-level deep that we can take part of in our compensation system for rev share. So if we attract an agent, we bring it on, we refer an agent, whatever you want to call it, recruit, we get compensated when that agent produces, not by recruiting them, but when they produce, and for informing them about this brokerage, introducing them to this life-changing brokerage model. Now, again, if you compare both brokerage models, which one looks like a pyramid? And I'm sure we can agree that is the traditional brokerage model. Question number 8, no offices. This, for some reason, trips up people every time. We're all so used to the traditional brick and mortar offices. Now, a lot of people think eXp is anti-office, and this is simply not the case. Or that eXp has no offices. Again, not the case. eXp is not anti-office. They're just not office required. And eXp does have offices. You know, the one thing is that eXp understands where the future of real estate is going, unlike most traditional brokerages. Let's think about it. Compare, Uber to taxis and Netflix to Blockbuster. These cloud-based businesses are disrupting the traditional brick and mortar businesses because this is just where our world is going because of technology. And eXp is ahead of that, and they truly understand that. And also think about top producers. Top producers are not in their office every day, all day. Who's in the office? A lot of your lower producers, because they're trying to get some training and trying to figure out what to do. And top producers are out in the field doing the work. And if we stop to think about clients as well, then clients aren't begging to meet at the office. They're wanting you to meet them close to where they're at, maybe a coffee shop, at a restaurant, maybe for lunch, or they want you to meet them at their house, especially for a listing appointment. So it's just not required to have an office like it used to be. Now, because of the pandemic, we're all learning that we can work remotely and virtually now more than ever, thanks to technology. So if you need an office, eXp has partnered with Regis, which is all over the country. in most countries as well, where you can get access as a part of your $85 a month to a Regus office. And they're in most cities. Most cities have a couple of them. Houston, we have them everywhere. I think we have about 15, 20 different type of Regus branded offices. So you do have access to that traditional type office if you need somewhere to go work or meet a client. Question number 9. Does the sponsor I choose at eXp really matter? And this is a 100% yes. This is probably one of the most important decisions that you will make when joining eXp. And it's because your sponsor is going to do so much more for you. Your sponsor is one that's going to change your life and your business. Now, when you join eXp, a lot of people think, oh, it's probably better to find somebody close to me to sponsor me, because they have this mentor and sponsor kind of confused and the local support confused, like we talked about earlier. But your sponsor does not have to be close to you. My sponsor, Tharmila, she is in Canada. So she is very far from me here in Houston, Texas. But we talk and we're building things. We're business partners now too. And that sponsorship, that would have never happened if I just would have went anybody locally. There was a few people I was looking to join, but they just didn't have enough for me and they didn't speak my language. When I found her, we spoke the marketing language. We knew exactly kind of the same things, and I knew she could elevate my business. And on top of that, we were a part of the Wolf Pack and the value stack that Mike and Connor provide. Nobody else in the business can match this. So not only do I have to offer what they do, but now I can offer my own value stack, including my 15 years of marketing and web design and SEO experience. So I urge you to do your due diligence. And if you're watching this video, I urge you, if you're even slightly considering eXp, book a one-on-one call with me. You have nothing to lose but 30 minutes. And let's talk about all those questions. Let me show you why we're different, why my group inside of eXp and the Wolfpack is different, and where I feel like my value stack cannot be rivaled against anybody. And that way, for sure, because I really want you to do your due diligence. And even if it's not with me, that's okay. But I want you to really know who you're joining, because it is not easy to switch your sponsor. You can't just switch your sponsor. If you want to switch your sponsor, and I have an agent right now doing this inside of that's going to be joining my group in a few months, is they literally are leaving eXp because they weren't getting what they wanted from their sponsor. And they saw our value stack and they know that this is where their business needs to go to take it to the next level. So they will have to wait 6 months, leave eXp, wait 6 months and put their license with a different brokerage, and then come back and start over. And think about that. By not doing that due diligence, which is they just simply didn't know, and they were with a great organization, but it just didn't align with that person. And by doing that, now they have to stop their business, rebrand it for the temporary brokerage, and then have to leave that brokerage again and now come back over here. So if you don't want to rebrand and don't want to stop your business, really do your due diligence before choosing your sponsor. And again, I urge you to book that one-on-one call with me, and the link is down below. Question number 10, and the last one is it too late to join eXp? Is the opportunity gone? And the answer is no. I hear this a lot too, is that, eXp is growing exponentially. Right now, we're about 84,000 plus agents that come out today recording this video. And, a lot of people think the opportunity is gone, that, oh, there's not that many more agents to recruit. There are, think about it. There's 1.4 million real estate agents, and I think that number has grown in just alone in the United States. And that's not to mention Canada. We're in Mexico, we're in Brazil, we're in Spain, we're in Portugal, we're in Greece. So we're all over the world globally. So you're not just confined to your area to talk to agents or your little geographical area. You can sponsor agents globally as long as we're in that country. That opportunity is available. And eXp's goal in the next 5 years is to grow to about 500,000 agents. So we're only at 84. There's plenty of growth, and this opportunity will be strong for the next 5 to 10 years. So you have not met anything. Actually, you missed anything. Actually, if you think about it, you're probably coming in at the best time, because if you listen to people that came in when they first started, there was so many bugs and kinks to work out, especially growing a global brokerage and all these systems in place. And now everything is just a well-oiled machine in most places. So now you're just coming in at the best time, the best opportunity to attract other agents and not miss out on that. So now you're on the ground floor, and we all know ground floor is the best place to be upon any new business starting. Again, the opportunity here at eXp Realty is just incredible. It's changing lives, and it's changing the life of me and my family. And I'm so excited for this opportunity. So again, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and like this video. And again, if you have any other questions and you want to talk with me one-on-one, go ahead and click that link in the description and book yourself right into my calendar.